tear their ass up. Simple as that.
All right, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Offthestoop podcast. I'm Wally Hippolito, and we're out here at, as always, at Sheesh Records at 6261 Mission Street, Daly City, California. Go and check them out. Today we got Devin the Dude here. We got Billy cutting hair. We got his boy. What's your boy's name, Billy? Flash. We got Flash Gordon up over here. We got young Flash Gordon up in here. And our guest today, someone very near and dear to me. We haven't talked in a while, but man, we grew up together, man, in these mean streets of SF and Daly City with a bunch of knuckleheads doing a lot of fuck shit. But everybody, round of applause for my boy Gran-O, y'all.
Thank you for having me, man. Like, for real, like I've been waiting for somebody to like just talk. Like, I feel like my engagement on Instagram is good. You know what I'm saying? And people follow a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I think that people kind of want to hear what I have to say. So I'm happy that I'm not rapping on camera. I'm just like talking, and I think it builds, you know what I'm saying? It builds like a connection. So thank you, bro, like for having me.
Oh, of course, bro. No, so like excited. I said, we've been back from the mud, but like, how you doing, bro? How's your week been?
It's cool. I've been really busy, bro. Like, I work 48 hours a week. I'm a bus driver by day. So I work for Samtrans, which is crazy. Like, just like people are like, bro, like you drive a bus? I'm like, yeah, like I'm like class B professional like driver, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm contracted to this company, so we don't get paid like, regular Samtrans drivers, but it's cool because I get away with certain stuff. I won't say it just in case, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get fired. Like, that's what's supporting my rap dream right now.
Out here on Front Street.
Yeah, I just say I get away with a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way I describe it is like, I'm like D-Rabbit at 8 Mile, but instead of riding the bus, I'm driving the bus. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, like, bro, I be on there, like, freestyling in my head. Like, you should see my hand, bro. Like, at red lights, I'm, like, scribbling shit down. Like, so in a way, it's very good for me. Like, I'm able to decompress and just be by myself. It's bad when you're sad, like, when you're in your feelings. Like, we talked about breakups before we started recording.
Yeah.
When you're in your feelings and you're just on the road by yourself, like, it's terrible because your mind, it's so strong that it could kind of, get to you. But for the most part, I'm usually in a good ass mood, you know what I'm saying? So it's dope because I used to work in the service industry. You were back of the house, I was front of the house.
Yeah.
So we're constantly, it's the same shit. It's very similar. But,
oh, hell yeah. Well, I mean, we're working together, like, trying to feed these assholes, right?
Deliver
like, trying
service
to
and fucking great
good
food.
service. Well, I mean, I think the one beef between, like, back of the house and front of the house is, like, motherfuckers get tipped.
Yeah.
And, like, that is the biggest gripe that I had as a chef was, like, dude, I can never pay my guys enough to be able to, like, live, Like, and it's such a sad ordeal because we're working 12s, 14s, 16-hour days.
Hard.
Like, and motherfuckers are pumping every second. Like, you get a finger cut off, I don't care. You better wrap that shit up and come back in here because I need
rare? Like,
it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But back to you though. Like, do you ever get some kids coming onto a bus and be like, "Yo, what's up? You're Gran-O," or you ever get somebody slapping your music and you hear? Because we're in the city. Yeah. Somebody doesn't have headphones and they be doing that shit where they just crank it hella loud and like.
So it's okay. So I used to do the school route in Redwood City, and like Redwood City, like EPA, like you think Peninsula, like. Nah, bro, like, the Peninsula gets, like, kind of grimy, you know what I'm saying? So those kids, at the end of the day, they're very low-income kids, you know what I'm saying? So they have stories, and they're ratchet.
Yeah.
So they hop on the bus, bro, like, creating a ruckus, but I'm hella cool. They're used to, like, the old bus drivers. So there was this one route, I don't remember what the school was called, but they ended up finding out that I rapped, and they loved my shit, like, straight up. Like, bro, they would play it. Everybody, I have this song called Bounce, and, like, in the hook, I say, hey, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like a very staple, like people still, the song's like 3 years old. I remixed it with Mr. Fab and my boy Ozer and my nephew Ray Ray. And that came out on my last project called Grand Slam. But that was before this, so they had heard that version, and in the hook, like people come up to me, they hear that AA, and people, it's like a staple, you know what I'm saying? People know me for that song. And so it's funny because one of the kids, he actually like really keeps up with me. Actually, there's a few of them, but one of them, his name's like Jack Hoff, like on YouTube, and fucking every time I drop a video, bro, like first comment is him. You know what I'm saying? To like flame emojis. Like I think there's one where it's like sheesh, like bus driver's gonna make it out. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so it's cool because like they're kids who, you know what I'm saying, just see you as an adult, like really just hustling, and it's cool to like see that like, hey, like they look at you for like inspiration, you know, and you kind of forget that as you grow up. You're like, damn, like I'm becoming that figure, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean it's dope. So in terms of people playing my shit on the bus, it hasn't happened yet, but people do DM me all the time, like, bro, like I was in Redwood City, or like, yo, I was in like Millbrae and somebody was just like playing your shit. And like to me it's surreal. It's like, what? Like that's dope. It doesn't happen often because like my numbers aren't crazy like that.
Yeah.
But like it's still cool to like see you kind of chipping away and like see like this kind of snowball effect. It's almost like it's inspiring you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like I want that more and more.
Well, it's crazy. It's crazy to see, right? Because like growing up, I mean, I don't know if did you always think you wanted to? Did you always know you wanted to rap? Because I remember you went away for a while for school, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to Santa Barbara for a year.
Yeah.
Out of high school, yeah.
Yeah, and I can't imagine like coming out of Jeff or going to Santa Barbara. You're like, okay, I want to be a rapper. Like when did you think like, okay, this is kind of my path right now?
Man, I must have been like 15 or 16.
Really?
Yeah, and I was just super into like just underground shit, which is kind of funny because like the music I make now is, I think, a little further from like that bass, but I'm very much like a hip hop head. You know what I'm saying? Like I like bars. That's why when you listen to my shit, like my lines are like pretty intricate. I just really know how to present them in a way where you think you're having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you are. It's just, but like I say some like really cutty lines that like are like, oh shit, like, you know. And so I don't know. I was like 15 or 16. I had this little like MP3 cue, and you were able to record on it. And I just remember it was more like I didn't want to rap. It was more like I wanted to like just write and make it rhyme. So it was more like spoken word, like poetry type shit. And I was actually like, I thought it was corny to be like, oh, I want to rap. And this is what, 10, 11 years ago. So it's like, you know, you think about that time, it was different. We didn't have Instagram. We didn't have this like the softwares and like accessible to mics like that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like almost out of reach. Like, bro, like,
really,
you know, like we're low income, you know what I'm saying, but we're not, you know, we're not like typical rappers, you know. But nowadays you almost don't need to be, you know what I'm saying. Like there's kids from the suburbs who are like making hits.
You can do it anywhere,
anywhere, like,
and that's the dope thing about techno. I think that's the double-edged sword about technology and like where we're at right now. Like 15, 16 years ago, like you said, it would have been sick to have this. Like if I knew I wanted to like do stand up and be a podcaster like 10, 12 years ago, who knows what would have fucking happened, right? But on that end, a lot of people are so fucking bad at doing what they do, and I'm just like, and I may be one of those people, and I'm not saying I'm one of the best,
and that's not because you're in front of me. I'm not. I think that like Devin, right? Yeah. Like Devin said, like it's because you're passionate about it, and I think that's what shines through, right? And all that takes a while to build. You didn't just, you know what I'm saying, come to Sheesh and start this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, true. It was a build-up. I don't know what that build-up was, but it was slowly, and you know what I'm saying? But you had the confidence, too, and that's another thing is, like, I think you have to build confidence in that process. Like,
No, I'll push back. You have to be confident in the process, right? But you can't be afraid to look stupid.
Right.
And that's always been, like, a very, very big thing with me. And not just, like, in what I'm doing now, in life in general, you know? Like we were talking shop earlier about how I used to be a chef and like what I'm doing, the projects that I'm working on now. But it's like a lot of people, and this, I mean, I feel like every artist says this, not that I'm an artist, but like everyone says that nobody is going to understand your journey. Right. Like people are going to think you're stupid. People are going to think what you're like trying to attain is dumb. But as long as you feel comfortable in that in people's thoughts, like, you should go for it. You know what I mean? Like, sure. I will always look stupid and not mind. You know, whether it's like doing what I'm doing or learning something. And like we were talking about this earlier about starting from the ground up. Like that's looking stupid in itself. Like Billy had mentioned how he wants to start something. Like just do it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people want the red carpet rolled out for them right when they start something. It's like, nah, bro, that's not how the game goes in anything.
And but it's part of the build up. Like what I've learned in like building a fan base is like people love the growth. You know what I'm saying? And like the fact is nobody's gonna fuck with you when you start. You get support from like the homies, maybe your family. Shit, sometimes your family is actually your biggest haters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not the case for me. I think I hid my shit from my family. Like I was
Really?
I masked it with like, yeah, you know, like write poetry, you know, and then like I think at one point they're like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And I think at one point they're like, yo, we're with you. You know what I'm saying? And like bro, like my dad used to write music, so like when I was cranking out CDs, like I would give them my shit. They played at the house, like you know what I'm saying.
That's tight.
Yeah, so I have that like support, you know, but I also had to earn it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just given. And I think going back to the red carpet rollout, and a lot of artists are like this. They're perfectionists. You want it to be presentable. Boom, like me.
Yeah.
It's like no, bro. Even when you think that you're likable, there's somebody who's gonna not fuck with you. Like just straight the fuck.
You can't
up.
be for everybody.
Yeah,
you're not gonna be for everybody. Like
and
there's
if you are, you're not real.
Exactly, exactly.
Because
Like
I was talking about perception. Sorry, not to cut you off, but I was talking about perception on Instagram, like literally 2 days ago, and I was saying that my AC's broken in my whip. Fucking expensive as fuck to fix. It was fucking O2 MDX. The tranny went out, hella shit. Like I'm not trying to fix it. You know what I'm saying? And so I roll with the windows down, bro. Like I get hot, you know what I'm saying? And so, but I like my music up. So usually in a perfect world, my windows are up, the air's on, I'm cooling with the music loud. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to bother nobody, nothing like that. So I got my windows down with the music up. People probably think I'm trying to flex, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at this guy, the cool guy, thinks he's hard or whatever.
Look at this old motherfucker right here.
Bro, they don't understand I'm so in my own world. And then my look on top of that, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I have my hair braided. It's like, bro, who's this like Latino cat like flexing down my street? Like, bro, like I'm just listening to fucking, it might be like the corniest shit.
I'm just listening to my podcast of the day, bro. Yeah, right. Like, come on, like let me live a little bit.
Yeah, just trying to get to where you're going. But like the perception of that, like outside looking in, like, what do they think? And you can be conscious of that, or you can choose not to be, right?
Yeah.
Another thing was, same thing with the music. My little auxiliary cord is broken, right? So I was driving through the parking lot, and my music was only working through the left side of the speaker because that's how the cord was wonky, right? So it would channel between the left speaker only and both speakers, and so it was playing low through the left speaker. And as soon as I drove by this guy, coincidentally, it started working. The music turned up, blasted, because now both speakers
he thought he was like, this young buck is trying to fucking flex so hard. Right?
And I'm in gym mode, like already, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he probably thought I was like, doing the most, but it's like, nah, bro, like literally my auxiliary cord is broken. And so that's what I'm saying with perception is it's crazy. You can't control that. You know what I'm saying? Your intention could be the purest intention. Somebody's gonna have you fucked up. Like that's just the truth behind it.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things like kind of like go off a little bit off track. Like earlier we were talking about relationships, right? Yeah. Like how we were, perception in relationships is such a big thing because there's things that you think you're doing that you're really not fucking doing,
like
well, of course there's that, but your boy wearing shorts, I always make him come, bro. I always make him come, bro. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, like
cap.
That's confident.
Boy, hey, bring one in right now. I'll make her come on camera, bro. That'll be content for next week, bro. Don't fucking play with me. That's who.
It's easier to clean.
And
always ask me, he's like, what do you do back there? I see the couch. I'm like, cut hair.
And cast women.
But no, man. Like we're gonna turn a little bit into relationships because we was talking about that earlier, and it was a really interesting conversation. Like,
let's vent.
So what, man? We
have any alcohol?
We gonna have a little bit of a sim session. We got confidence. That's what we got. Yeah. But no, man. Like you was talking about earlier, how like you were helping your boys like kind of get over it and get through it, and a lot of men, bro, in general, like they don't know how to they don't know how to comfort their fellow man, and that's like so fucking disheartening. You know, like when I was going through it, I'm not gonna lie, like it was
It was like, get over it.
everybody was like, get over it, you gotta be a man, and I'm just like, I am a man.
You just want to get fucked
Like,
up with you too, you know?
yeah.
You notice that your friends just want to get high with you, or drink with you, or party with you. You ever see those memes where like, you guys want to party together and all that shit, but you guys don't want to start a business together type shit?
Yeah.
I think when you find genuine friends though, who like really wanna like, you know what I'm saying, like really wanna see you like win and success. Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is that it's not that like.
But
It's not that I have terrible friends or anything. I fucking love those guys. That's not to say I love you,
it's
but
like
it's
the
just like,
culture, though,
they don't know.
Sorry.
They don't know how to. They don't know how to do it. Like I mean, I got a lot of like. I'm gonna pull this card out. My friends are black, so they like. We don't all necessarily know how to like comfort or coddle each other in the way that fucking women do, bro.
We didn't grow up like that.
We didn't grow up like that.
So it's like a culture thing, right? Like amongst men, like
Yeah.
I mean,
Amongst men, it's not a race thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely just men.
yeah,
You know
I
what
think
mean?
that.
You think so?
I think so.
Filipinos and black people, like our families are very the same in some ways. Like our dads sometimes don't know how to be loving the right way. Like I never grew up with a dad, but I've had conversations with people who have a dad and they're Asian Filipino and they're like, I never even played catch with my dad.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah.
And that's how it be sometimes with our families. You feel me?
See, I was gonna say maybe it's it might be the time though too, bro. Like you have to think about times. Like my dad was born in 1939, bro. My dad's 80 years old. Okay, 82
Shit.
now. Yeah, my mom was born.
He had you in
1951.
like when he was 50.
Yeah, bro. My dad's a
Yeah,
player.
brothers and sisters.
Come on,
Damn,
bro.
that's why you so ugly.
Yeah, I'm the youngest. Yeah, I'm the youngest. My oldest sister is
You
Sweden.
still getting it rocking.
Come on, bro. My daddy's dick still gets hard. Come on, bro.
Oscar be like this.
Come on,
Be
boy.
like this.
Like if that wasn't my dad, like we'd go max together. You know what I'm saying? Because like I respect my mom, so I'm not gonna do that. But like, no. But I think it's the time, like, and I think in the future, like you have to think about this. Like we're having this conversation. So what are our kids gonna be like? You know what I'm saying? Like we can be that. We can build that community where we want to see it.
It's just a different type of masculinity now,
Yeah, right.
Like, and that's the shit that
it's kind of more feminine now. Like,
Yeah.
not in a bad way. It's just.
But
I
you're
think it's more-
you're like honing in on a feminine type of energy now. Like I'm not saying that.
I think it's almost cool, like to do it, like in a weird way, right? Like, just like the culture. It seems like it's moving more towards like just being open to stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Less
Well,
judgmental.
that's a lot of what like this non-binary shit is trying to like
Right.
create, right? Like just like a oneness. Like you're not a man, you're not a woman, you're just like a person. I think that's cool, but to a certain extent, you gotta keep shit between like men and women, you know. And I'm not saying as far as gender roles or things like that. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what it is, but there are just like certain lines and certain like
understand.
cultural traits where you just have to keep it secluded. You know what I mean? Like you have to keep it very isolated.
I would agree.
Barber talk is way more different than like going to your therapist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It
I'm
is almost the same thing.
like I'm not trying to like I have a lot of homegirls and I talk to them, but I'm not gonna talk to them the same way I be talking with my boys, you know?
Yeah,
like
right.
I got a lot of love for them and we talk about a lot of shit. Like we talk shit, but like there are just like certain things that we don't say or do, and
Yeah.
and I think that it's weird because there's like a fine line. Like, and I'm a habitual line crosser. Like that's just what I do, you know what I mean?
There's
like,
the line.
Hey,
Wally's gonna cross it.
and that's what gets me in trouble, like, you know, like the other day I had a set and I fucking I called I had a stand-up set and I called somebody a Uyghur, and I don't know if you guys know what a
What does that
Uyghur
mean?
is. Oh, so a Uyghur is there are Muslims in China right now that do you guys know the Muslims in China?
For some reason, I thought you said like wigger, like.
But no, but that's the way I've tried to frame it, like Uyghur, like you fucking Uyghur, like to a
Why
white
is it we?
Uyghur.
Like
It's not WEE, it's UYG,
okay.
but it's
Gotcha.
called Uyghur. But so these are Muslims, Chinese Muslim folks that are being like that are getting put into camps.
I heard about that.
Like, you know, like the Japanese over here in the 40s, like that's what's happening to them right now, and that's like the big thing going on in China. So
I didn't know that.
I like
Been going on too.
has it
Hell no.
Young Flash with a little bit of info.
We just got clearance on such Flash.
But yeah, that's one of the things. I almost got fucked up because I called this one dude who was like surprisingly white and Chinese, so he completely understood the joke, and I was like, he wanted to fight me after.
Really?
Yeah, and like, you know, that's
How'd you handle that? Like, were you ready for the fade?
You after a show, bro?
Nah, me?
No.
Oh.
That's like probably like the second time somebody tried to
hold
fight
on,
me, because
I
haven't done stand up for too long. I've only been doing it for like 4 months.
But like, isn't like, bro, you would imagine that like if you're at like a show like that, it's like you would kind of imagine that like, you know, like lines get crossed in comedy. I think that's why it's comedy. Like, you know, like we grew up on Dave Chappelle, bro.
Yeah,
like, do
bro.
you think Dave Chappelle would be like, you think Dave Chappelle could do the Chappelle Show today in 2021? Hell nah.
Nah.
I don't think he could.
Bro, I grew up on Richard Pryor, bro.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor and Paul Mooney, R.I.P. to that man. Like, those motherfuckers, like, I guess it's my delivery, you know. I'm so early in the process, I don't completely know my delivery, but I just blurt shit and like people laugh, but people are offended, you know.
I love that.
But you only gotta get a couple
things. Like that's amazing.
But you have to move the stick though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like you have to have these conversations, right? Like you can't. Like
it has to get uncomfortable,
bro.
Right?
In my mind, if you're the type of person who doesn't say like slightly racist shit, I think inherently you're pretty fucking racist, you know? Cause like everybody has like like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I say a lot of shit about a lot of different people, but but I say it to the people.
Yeah, right.
So like, you know, I get a gauge on how far
stereotypes are true. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's like not shy away from it. Like, I think, like you said, moving the stick and talking about it and getting uncomfortable, like, it can really bring us together if people just weren't so fucking sensitive.
It's all about conversation. That's why podcasts are dope. I seen this meme. This girl was like, he should stop doing the podcast and go get a therapist, right?
Oh, that's
right?
cool.
Bruh. That shit hit me hard, bruh. Right? Because like, I have people tell me I need a therapist. My girl, right? She's like, maybe I'm not the one you need to be talking about this stuff.
Bro,
right?
every girl says you need to see a therapist now.
Yeah.
But I feel like we should all have an outlet. Females got podcasts. We should have podcasts where we talk shit too.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what's coming to is like this, like us as men, which is crazy. And I don't think we can talk about it because men have like ruled for so long that like for us to be like, us men too. It's like, well, it's like we can't say it because like we're men, right? Mm-hmm. Just follow me. But women can't because they've been like marginalized for like ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, that's why I think they built that community where it's like, nah, like women's rights, you know what I'm saying? We've never had to fight for it. Yeah, emotionally, when shit is coming into play now, we don't know how to deal with this. So these women are telling us to go see therapists. When really our friend could just, you know what I'm saying, let them talk. You know, like you said, we need that outlet. And a lot of people just don't know how to talk about it. I grew up with women, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Same.
Like my dad was around, but like was he really around like that? Like, yeah, every day. But like, did we talk, have conversations like that? Nah, you know what I'm saying? So I learned how to be a man through the homies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. Luckily, I'm blessed with really like a good base of like solid friends who like, bro, I'm in my head. Like, I think that's why I rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm nuts, and I make up scenarios in my head that like.
The craziest people are the best artists, bro.
Yeah, right. I think you have to be crazy.
You have to be a little bit crazy.
You gotta have a little something in you to like really think and on any type of platform to think like, oh, this shit is good enough to put out. Like like this has to go out into the world. You know, when it comes to music, podcasting, like skateboarding, anything, bro. Like you have to be a little sadistic. Like you have to have a little bit of narcissism to think. Yeah, people are gonna want to listen to me. Yeah. People are gonna want to watch me.
Skateboarding for me, when I grew up skating, bro, like slamming all the time, but I didn't notice that I was already meditating and honing in on my chi since I was hella young. Because I'll eat shit 12 times, but every time I get up, focus, do it again. Get up, focus, do it again. I transitioned that way of thinking into my life. And what's crazy is I didn't even know Gran-O was coming, right? And I didn't even know why I was here. I just came here to do a haircut because I run the shop. But we're here now. I'm cutting Flash is like my best friend.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've been knowing Daryl since high school, right? Who would have thought you'd be here right now? right?
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like
Right?
we were talking about
we went to high school together.
we went to high school. We were talking about the process earlier and like what happened. So I took like a 3 or 4 month break, and I knew coming back that I didn't want to just keep doing a mic, my laptop, and somewhere in my house. I was like, I gotta make something happen. And then y'all opened the shop, and then Daryl was like, I asked Daryl, I was like, yo, like, what do you guys do on Sundays? Like, what's happening here? They said nothing. He said, I asked him, let me rent out the spot for a while.
Yeah.
And then I met Justin. Shout out Justin. He's in fucking he's in Joshua Tree right now getting it lit. Yeah. He's in Joshua Tree. So I met our other producer Justin. He saw me at a comedy show. He asked me, "What else do you do, man? I really fuck with you. I really want to fuck you." He didn't say that. I was about to say that shit. I was like, "Oh shit." But no, he asked me, "What do you do?" I was like, I have a podcast about to rip. It was like, fucking dudes? But no, man, so like everything just like kind of like everything is just rolling right, man. Like the universe.
It's the process, man. Like
not right now, later. But
it's the process.
Yeah.
You know what though? I would say when you were telling that story, it's like the power of like action, right? Because you don't just like meditate and like wait for shit to happen, right? Like or like you don't just get this spot. Like you had to open your mouth, or like you had to get back up on that.
You gotta ask for it.
Let me say some shit right now, bro.
And then hold on, and then of course I have Devin here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Manifest it all, cause this look at all the goddamn cameras. That's on him.
The power
But
of
I was gonna say,
manifestation.
for Gran-O, bro, I've been following this dude for about a year now, right?
Yeah.
About a year. He tapped in on my music shit because I dropped a music video probably last year.
That shit was tight. Shout out Carl. Carl shot that
Yeah,
shit.
big shot. Shout out Nug Life.
Fred,
You
hey
feel me?
man, bro, he's
Send
right
that
there on the
shit
wall.
somewhere. Yeah, he on the wall. He got his record on the wall. Drop that shit. My record's on
That
there.
album's dope. I know, but I love your song on that shit. That was like my second favorite song on there.
Watching you
Yeah,
grow
we got this.
from that year till now shows me that like you're so hungry, bro.
Man, right
Right?
on.
And a lot of people say
Oh,
I'm
gets me
hungry.
excited.
I'm still getting hard.
Oh, I'm getting energy right now. Let's
3
go.
4 years ago, I used to throw parties and sell weed, right? And fucking get it cracking. Just throw parties. And I was really in this rap shit. Then I became a barber. Slow down. But I always appreciate seeing other artists going hard. Because your mind state is just like my mind state. Like,
Yeah.
You just want something to not only work out, but to be received well. And I feel like Wally's the same way.
Yeah,
He wants
right.
to put some shit out. He wants it to be like we're talking about perception, right?
Yeah.
Perception is like one of those things that it doesn't matter what age you're in. Perception is key.
Yeah.
Right? You can be 8 years old. When I was skating, when I was 8 years old, I had perception of like fucking just landing the trick, right? And like that's life, bro. Landing that trick. And once you land that trick, that happiness that's only like 5 seconds is what life is about, bro. And I feel like with your shit, it's crazy to see your shit go from like 1,200 followers, bro, to 2 to now 3.
Yeah, I know.
And it's organic.
It's organic.
It's real, yeah.
It's organic.
That's the best part though. Like if you got that slow build and it's organic, like you really. One of the big things, and I work because I know it's because I work in like social media and shit. One of the big things is like, if you got 100 people that rock with you, you have an army because those 100 people are gonna tell 1 or 2 other people.
They're all strangers.
And it's all.
Need 1,000.
They're all strangers, bro.
Yeah.
Gran-O, I didn't even know fucking Gran-O.
Yeah.
Gran-O tapped in on some music shit.
Yeah. Well, that video was dope as fuck. Like, to be honest with you, like, I mean, you're about that skate life at like Potrero and shit, and you know, like I feel like it doesn't get highlighted like that. And that was like one of the first videos that I seen that really like captured that culture. And it's like
I'm trying to make more music, and definitely with you, my homie Zolly.
Man, let's get it. I think when people like how you see me, right, and how I see other artists, because I'm a fan first. That's why like I'm always on people's comments on Insta. I'm gassing motherfuckers up, but it's not out of like no dick riding shit. It's like I fuck with it.
It's like showing genuine love.
It's genuine love.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
The perception on that is like people be like, you think about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't. This girl told me. This girl DM'd me. She was like, I was big up in her. She fucking does dope shit. Does dope art, earrings, feel me, paints, hella shit. And so I was like, yo, your shit's dope. And she was like, thanks. And she kind of like, I don't know if it was a backhanded comment, but she was like, thanks. I see you on like a lot of people's like Instagrams like showing love. So I think she took my love like kind of watered down like. bitch, you said it's to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
You
But
think it's genuine.
yeah, right. But it's not like I'm a fan first. Like
Yeah,
for real,
yeah.
I genuinely fuck with my homie shit. Like you know what I'm saying? And then so on Instagram, like hell yeah, bro. Like and it helps with engagement. Like bro, if I want to see you win, why would I just scroll past your post or like, bro? I be saving motherfuckers' posts because it helps with the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Which just helps helps their audience. It just helps them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It gives
yeah.
them a bigger fighting chance. But
How do you feel about people DMing you?
All right, so hold on. So I gotta ask this. So would you be real with your boy and tell them if their shit's whack though?
If they ask me, like, I wouldn't just go. I'm not a hater, so I'm not gonna just be like,
No,
bro, this
but,
is whack
but
in the comments.
no, not in the comments, but like in
Real life.
real life,
Real
in
life?
person. Like if they slapped you something, would you tell them like, are you the type to be like, this could use some words?
No, I'm the Paula Abdul of the judges. I'm a nice dude, bro. Like straight up, like.
So you would low key.
So will you?
You just
Because if you sugarcoat it,
No, I won't sugarcoat it. It's just I see, and this is genuinely how I am. I really will see the positive in something. So like, if it's not something that I like, that doesn't mean that everybody else is gonna like it. So I'm not gonna, and I know the power of my influence. So it's like I'm not gonna shoot down your dream because I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? And I'll find certain things like, bro might have a dope punchlines, but like the quality is trash. And I'll tell him, I'll be like, hey, bro, I think you could do this. I'm very constructive.
And right,
You know what I'm saying?
anybody can be a good rapper, right, cuz?
Yeah.
It only takes but it only
No
takes
way.
It only takes like 5 years though. If somebody really wants to master the mic,
Yeah,
be
right.
real.
I think,
If
but
you start whack,
that's
you
with
get good.
anything,
Yeah,
bro.
that's with anything though. That's part of that 10,000 hours, bro.
Yeah.
Like
That's why
you
when we
can-
were talking about, the build up, right, and having
Yeah.
things perfect, like the red carpet rolled out, and a lot of artists are like perfectionists, like no, it needs to be right, it needs to be right. That's why you see so many artists, bro, like who have hella music, bro. If you ask any artist, Billy, how many songs you got probably tucked?
12, but
You know, but like a lot of people have them, and I don't know what's going on.
they got
with you,
like
why you don't know.
catalogs, like
Yeah,
they
like
got,
bro, and then bro, I have literally 4 or 5 homies. Like I'm gonna come out, Ray, you're raw as fuck. I don't know why you don't drop your music.
Hey,
you know what I'm
Ray
saying,
Ray.
bro? Ray is so raw, like bro,
Yeah.
like oh my, we're gonna drop a song. Like I'm making him drop it. Adeyemi produced it, but like bro, Ray's so dope. He just doesn't put himself out there.
That nigga Pitbull off the leash, bro. He might be like.
Little bulldog, yeah.
Free to go.
Bro, man, you should see him off the Hennessy.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen it.
I've seen it.
Even one pulled
Bro.
up to the barbershop on Hay Street back in the day.
Yeah,
Remember you?
yeah, bro.
One of them days.
Listen to this, bro. Somebody was on the. So Ray pulls up to my house, right? Ray just pulled up to my house, like, bro. That's my little brother, bro. I love him to death.
So, Ray
But
Ray.
he's wild, bro. Like he's wild.
He's a wild boy.
Fucking,
Bro,
he
get on the
go.
block.
Yeah, bro, yeah. No, he moved out of West Side.
Oh,
Yeah, he's in Pacifica now. Off of Scott. I won't, But anyway, so Ray pulls up, right, and he's like, bro, he gets road rage too. So he pulled out, like somebody had like cut him off. And the thing about Ray, but you disrespect him, it's, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna
why
let
he
you
took him off the leash, bro.
off the leash.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, when you see him, you tell him, hey, Moochie got, Billy.
Yeah, you listen to this. Bro, this fool hopped out on the bridge in traffic on the bridge, banging on
On
bruh's
the bridge.
window like, bro, like fight me, you feel me? Funny as fuck. Augie's coworker, one of my best friend, Augie.
Yeah.
Wally's like, oh my god, I don't want to meet him.
I know.
He's a nice ass dude, bro. Like,
No,
he's got
I
a
wanna-
good heart.
Now I got him, Mio.
Yeah.
Most
Well,
of these
motherfucker,
people be the most nicest at heart.
Yeah, if you put, you gotta push.
Granted, they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Well, that's where that comes from. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's fire, bro. Yeah. Which keeps you warm, but it can burn you, right?
Yeah.
And so my boy's coworker was like, I was on the bridge and some guy hopped out on the bridge trying to
Damn.
fight. And Augie was with me when Ray was telling the story. And then we just started cracking up because we were like, oh shit, that was Ray. Like,
Damn, that
wild,
that
man.
sounds lit, bro.
Yeah,
that
he's
sounds
lit.
like a good.
Yeah, he's fun. But going back to the artist thing, it's like, there's so many artists who I don't know if it's like a confidence thing, and this is why I'm happy that you said like you could see like the growth of what I'm doing. It's like, bro, when I started, I was trash, bro. Like I'm telling you, I was trash. Like I didn't know cadence, I didn't know like rhythm. I wasn't even conscious of it. So it took me very long to like get good. Then it took me longer to get comfortable. Then now you see what I'm doing now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I've been dropping consistently maybe for the past like 2-3 years. and I started getting that momentum. I feel like Billy said, like within the last year, and like I think that when you see people rolling, it inspires people, and I get inspired from people like Paperboy. You know what I'm saying? Like just seeing like, you know, we don't have a lot of role models. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have a lot of father figures around us in general. So like when you see a man doing good, and we're talking about building this community, it's like you want to be a part of that, and you see how like somebody like Paperboy shows hella love. You know what I'm saying? He's not too big to like, you know what I'm saying? But he's big though. You know what I'm saying? And he's still humble as fuck. And so that inspires me. So I want to be like that and be that like sort of example. You know what I'm saying? So like what I tell people is like, it really is nothing to it but to do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And when people go hard, bro, it really inspires. Like my homie Afterthought, he just was here on Friday at Sheesh. He just dropped the album. Shout out to Afterthought, Family First 2. Bruh's got Dizzy right on his album. Like, oh shit. Yeah, bruh's got Collaborate, Stunner Man on there. Which by the way, that song slaps. Shout out to Stunner Man. Like, bro, he's one of those people.
Yeah, I gotta get him on sometime.
Man, he's hella humble too.
He'll fuck with you.
Yeah, he's a cool ass dude.
Like, cool ass dude. He pulled up to the video shoot. He did his big step and shit, and yeah, he was at the tie-dye shit that we just shot. It's gonna come out soon.
His growth is crazy too. I
man.
can get y'all both up though. Hey, on some real shit, bro. If you keep your foot on their necks like you doing, bro, I ain't even finna say what could happen.
Right on, bro. So, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like with this, it's like with everybody going hard, it just makes the city better. You know what I'm saying? And I think we all love Frisco. We love the area.
Well, that's the thing though. Like you gotta. Sorry to interrupt, but like you gotta. That's the thing. Not a lot of people are supporting, and there's a lot of fucking haters out there that are lovers. But it's like, dude, like I'm doing this essentially for you, bro. Like, like I created Off the Stoop so I can have conversations with different people from different areas. Like I'm not, I love the rappers and all the artists that I have, but I'm trying to have like philosophy. I'm trying to do. All right, I'm gonna put it out there. I'm trying to be like the Filipino Joe Rogan, bro. Like trying to do some shit. Like I'm trying to have those type of shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's the type of shit that I'm going for, though, you know? Like, it's a cool, chill, kicking spot, but, like, I also want to educate. Like, we're going to have a really big guest when we come back after Labor Day. I'll tell y'all after, man. It's big, man. He's gonna give some game about how to really start a business and expand, like a big name in the Bay Area, big fucking chain. So, like, I'm excited about that, bro. But, like, that's the shit that I'm trying to provide, man. Like, and at that same point, like, I'm learning myself, you know, like, I'm not the smartest dude, like, I'm not the most interesting man alive, but, like, I know people, and, like, I know people got a story, but I have to put the brakes on that, because as much as I do love hearing people's stories, and I do appreciate everybody wanting to come on, not everybody can come on to Off the Stoop.
Right.
There's a lot of fucking people.
There, like a lot of people have been hitting me up, and I'm appreciative. Like I appreciate the shit out of it, but I'm like,
I'm actually offended it took me this long. I'm like, fuck. Actually, that's why I've been going so hard. I'm like, when am I gonna get off the stoop?
But not like a lot of people. I'm like, bro, like I know your story, man. Like a lot of people have been telling me, like, yeah, I want to come on and talk about my story. It's like, bro, I know your story, but like you're a basketball player, you're da-da-da. I'm like, I know that story already. I live that story, bro. Like, and not to belittle your movement or whatever you're doing, but I'm just not interested in giving that to like my followers and my viewers, you know? It doesn't add value. Like, and it's not like you don't add value to like life in general. It's like you don't add value to like what I'm curating, you know? Like if I wanted to tell a story about the athlete and like trying to make it, I'll sit here for 30-45 minutes by myself. Like I have lived the athlete life. I have lived trying to go pro. I have lived trying to play college basketball. Like I've done all that.
Right.
And it's like, I don't want to hear it from anybody else. I want to hear it from people who made it, you know, like, or are trying to be on the come up in their own different endeavor, you know. So it's like, no offense to them, but it's like, you gotta fuck off right now.
Yeah, no, and
you can come kick it on the couch, I always love having people on the couch, you know, like
Yeah.
much love, but you can't be on. Not everybody can be on this chair.
Well, that's good. That's good that you set that boundary, man. Because I think that then that's what's gonna set you apart, right? Is like wanting to elevate and not having this same kind of watered down thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
you want it to be bigger and better, and like you have to understand your value, right? So that's what I'm big upping you on. It's like congratulations
Thank you.
knowing that, and that's what's gonna take like elevate you. It's like me doing a song with just anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like.
It's like if I asked you, it's like, yo, let me get on the next track, bro, and I'm
Yeah.
like the worst fucking 5 bars ever, bro. Like be like, yo, I'm Wally. I'm about to do this, and then that's just me. Like that's like the whole thing. It's like, oh, bro, this dude is trash. But like, let's turn around though. Like I really want to talk about Snack Sensei.
Oh yeah.
So
man, man.
if y'all are watching this on YouTube right now?
I love Snack Sensei.
If y'all are watching this on YouTube right now, which I know you are, keep watching. But afterwards, your camera's right there, bro.
Yeah.
Don't point at my camera. This is his first time, y'all. But go to Snack Sensei, subscribe to his shit.
Please.
He needs it. I need it.
Man, the
subscribe to
streets
me
need
first.
it. God damn it, I'm the people's palate. It is the home of the smacker whack. God damn it, we grew up with little to no money for snacks. Literally, like my allowance was $1 a week, bro. Like for real. Back in the day, chips were $1, so you could do what you want with it. You get 1 bag, 3 little bags. Anyways, when new snacks would come out, you'd be like, damn, I want to try those, but I only have this $1. Like, is it worth it? That's why when I go to restaurants, bro, give me the chicken sandwich. I didn't like straight up. Like I'm sticking to what I know that you know what I'm saying. And so
Is that a palate preference? Like you don't want to try anything else, or is just
no,
like
it's like bro, how I grew up. Like it's the same reason why I don't throw away clothes. It's like, bro, my closet is like, bro, food, shit from high school. I can't throw it away. I'm traumatized. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like I worked for all that. You know what I'm saying? Like otherwise I was wearing the same pair of pants for like a week, like straight up. Like I had like 2 pairs. Like bro, like that's how I grew up. So it's like, nah, hell nah. It's like hoarding. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have it. So with the snack shit, it's like. I'm not gonna spend my money or like on shit that I don't know what's good. I'm gonna stick to my hot Cheetos or my Funyuns. You know what I'm saying? So like going out to restaurants, it's like, man, like you realize as you get older, like wait a minute, like okay, cool, you spend money on some food that you didn't like, or maybe you tried something new. So it wasn't until I was like 20 where I started venturing off from the chicken sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? No, for real, and like
he was 20.
and like chicken nuggets and French fries.
My boy was at Mastro's the other day. He was like, "Do you guys have like hot dogs here? Hot dogs and fries?"
Oh no, I'll just take a hot dog. Like nah, bro. So it's kind of sad, but I think it comes from like low key trauma, like
yeah.
But I'm trying to help, and you know what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to like build this community for us and like those lower income kids. That's why it's like themed like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that. I'm a cool dude, not to toot my own horn, but like I'm younger, I'm hip, you know what I'm saying?
I'm hip.
I do the rap and the snack, first one to do it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I mean, it's dope. I get help, like how Devin helps you out. Like we had a team, we had 3 people on the team. We got rid of Augie because he wasn't meeting deadlines with like editing. So my cousin. Yeah.
I'm playing.
Augie, you could have been nah. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And
people got lives, bro.
Exactly. And like we weren't paying them. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Like
exactly.
I was just so grateful to have a team, and I'm learning the value in that. That's why I asked you, Devin, earlier, like what brings you here? And you said it's the passion. Yeah. And I think when you can make people believe in you, that's the hardest part. Once you get that ball rolling, then you have like eyes and like attention, then you can do it, but it starts with you, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to create that.
Like on some serious shit, like I'm in it I'm like in the long haul. I'm in it. Like when I had Billy, when I had Devin, like Devin wasn't supposed to be the only one here today. We were supposed to have like our whole crew here, but then life and shit happens, and we were supposed to have some other people, but I didn't want to make Devin like do everything. So like as soon as Devin got here, everything was set up already. Like all I asked him to do,
that's awesome.
All I asked him to do was like just get the angles right, because you can't get the angles by yourself, right? But that's the shit that I really like try to push for. Like I want to show them like nah, bro, like I'm not just the talent, like I'm here to do fucking everything, bro. Like it's like the CEO of a company, CEOs bullshit all the time saying like you gotta be just as humble as at a CEO position as the fucking as the janitor. But that's the shit I'm really trying to show, that like I'm not I'm not just trying to be the front of the cam guy. Like I'm putting my all into like everything, you know?
Well, it's and that's the value of a team is like I wanted to say this the other day. I talk a lot of shit on Instagram. I wanted to say it's a bunch of right fielders thinking they're shortstops. Because, you know, like a shortstop is so, like, such an important position. And, you know, right field typically, like, usually,
chilling.
Especially as a kid, like, everybody's right-handed, typically right-handed. Or you're left-handed.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Hey.
And then you used to play basketball and people couldn't guard you because you weren't used to it. So it's the same thing, like a kid in right field growing up. There's not a lot of lefties who are hitting that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said it's a bunch of right fielders who thinks they're shortstops. Going back to the team, it's like, bro, like, if I have to play catcher, I will. It just so happens that I'm a pitcher.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And
you could be a utility man.
Yeah, exactly. Like, put me where you need me, bro. I really just want to win. And like,
exactly.
It just so happens that that's my position. You know what I'm saying? In what I'm doing right now with like the Snack Sensei, like I'm like the face of that. And like, you kind of have to own that too. Like, it gets weird. Like people, like, you know, girls come on the show. So if you're not familiar with the show, it's just a snack review show. Where women come out and bring me snacks, and I tell you if it's smack or whack. It's very definitive. It's not this rating scale. It's just if it's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know, part of the thing is the girls bring out the snacks. It's just like a little gimmick thing that people love, like good snacks, better women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, it's
yeah.
good. And so like sometimes they'll stick around. And like, you know, I started this shit off on the bus by myself, like
I remember that. Yeah, I remember.
It. And like
just
the
straight on
reaction
your
was crazy.
IG.
Yeah, like, you know, the reaction was crazy. Like, bro, like people would really be like, "Oh my god, like that was so funny." And like it was like the first time where people were like, you know, like outside of the rap shit, like yo, that's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it almost became like powerful. Like I think I learned how to use it and I learned how to utilize that. And so I'm like, okay, people like me. People like snacks. It's almost genius, and a lot of people tell me that. Like, that's not, like, I'm just regurgitating information. I started this shit off as fun on the bus. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, bored during the pandemic. We weren't doing routes like that. So, literally, I was on standby at Drum and Clay downtown Frisco. Like, just on the bus bullshitting, eating snacks, writing raps. Like,
dude, that's a life right there.
Like,
that's a fucking life right there, bro.
It was lit, you know? And, I realized, just segueing real quick, I want to come back to the snack shit, but, like, I realized how much I enjoy like peace. Like I'm very much an extroverted person, very much so. But like with none of this commotion that was going on throughout the like pandemic, bro, the world was quiet, bro. Like it was silence. You know what I'm saying?
Did you like that?
I enjoyed it.
Really?
Yeah, I did. Like I know people who like kind of lost it, but I enjoyed it. Like my workflow was easier because we weren't doing routes like that. Like, we weren't driving the bus, and it just felt quieter. And then right now, since everything's like kind of opened back up, I feel like my balance has been off because we haven't been able to go out. So now my homies are, you know what I'm saying, constantly throwing events, and I'm like, you know, trying to pull up, show love, but I work a 48-hour work week. On top of that, I do the Snack Sensei and I rap. Yeah. So it's like, and I have a dog. I'm a full-time dog dad. It's like, that shit it's hard, you know, it's stressful, it's tiring, but like I love it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm very much like a believer in like now, like, bro, we're getting older. Like there's no, I'm foot on the gas right now. Yeah. Fuck it. You know, I'm letting my
You got to, bro.
Right
I mean, I think if there's one thing the pandemic showed us, like a lot of people have a lot of passions that they're able to pursue now. You know, a lot of, I mean,
from the leisure time though, right?
Yeah. Like you got to really know yourself and understand like, oh fuck, I don't want to work this 9-to-5 job, and maybe I'll lose out on like a couple grand every year, but then this shit that I'm doing now, it's pretty sick. Like I'll continue to pursue it. And the thing about the world is it's always going to need whatever you think it needs, you know? You can it's always going to create a lane for you. Like with the Snack Sensei thing, like people want content, people want like genuine, and people love food. So like you took all three things and you like really ran with it. Like I think one of your best episodes so far, you have like 8 episodes, right?
There's 11.
11?
Yeah.
I've only
Shout out to Evie.
I've only watched 8 then. One of the best episodes has been the chicken sandwich review.
Oh yeah.
That one, I was like, oh my god, like this was the one where you really, I feel like that is the one where it can like, you can put on the front at the top of your page and be like, okay, this is what we're about. But you have a fucking dope ass intro anyway.
Yeah, right on, bro. Yeah, like so going real quick just with the team stuff, like I'm getting a lot of help with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I took it off off from what I could do with it. And then my cousin called me, and like I said, like the support was crazy, bro. Like I'm telling you, like, and it was engagement from people who don't engage with me on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? It was like I know them, but they're people just distant. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, the snack shit is like kind of universal. I'm likable, so it works. So my cousin called me, and like I had already thought about, like, you know what I'm saying, doing it like a little more serious. But she called me. Shout out to Evie, like for real. She does everything on the Instagram. Like, you know, it's kind of crazy because like she'll post and I won't even like know it.
Oh, she's your manager.
Low key, she's the creative director. Like, bro, she handles business. Like, she also runs a company called A Woman in Poetry, and it's like just a woman healing space. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so it's super dope. She's grown the following from literally like 0 to 3,000. You know what I'm saying? In a couple years, she's putting out dope ass merch. Bro, her mind is crazy. Like, she's just hella creative. Like, she told me about this one idea that I can't leak because people like to copy her. You know what I'm saying? Like she's one of those people. That's Ray Ray's older sister. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
wait, Evie.
Creative. I think you know her.
I think we went to school.
Yeah. Oh, PH.
I think we went to school together. Yeah. Shout out Evie, bro.
Yeah,
What's up with you?
That's small ass world. And yeah, that's what she's doing. And you know, she called me and she was like, yo, I want to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And that was the first time where I felt like I had support with what I'm doing. You know, you get a lot of flame emojis with shit and like laughing emojis, but like to have somebody like be hands in with you, 10 toes with you is like something so special. And I'm so grateful for that because she's putting together, like, bro, I couldn't run a PowerPoint if I tried. Like, I barely know how to post on TikTok. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not my position. You know what I'm saying? And for her to step in and like really take the creative control and like really help with the ideas and really believe in it and be right there with me, super dope. I feel like she goes harder in it than me sometimes, and it's like, you know, I'm conscious of that. Like, I want to meet her. I have so much stuff going on. It's hard to balance, but we make it happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we're both so passionate, we believe in it, and it can only help like what I'm doing too. You know,
but
what I'm saying?
It pushes you. Like, you see her
sure.
going hard and like and believing in something that's your creative endeavor essentially, right? And it's like, okay, if she's going this hard for me, I have to go harder for myself.
Yeah, exactly.
And are my nuts showing, bro? Like, my shorts keep riding up,
bro.
but not going.
It's just a little ball hanging out.
I'm like, fuck, do I got a nutsack showing, bro? Like, I feel kind of self-conscious about that, but not like to go back to that point. It's fucking dope to see, like, Devin and Justin are going fucking, and Jenjen are going hard all the time. Like, you know, they're helping me, like, we're communicating.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking sick
awesome,
to have a team, man, you know. And like life.
It's sick to have a team.
I always, like, life happens, and I always understand it. So, like, if people gotta go on vacation or gotta do something, it's like, all right, bro, I'm not gonna get mad at you. Like, we're not getting paid for this yet. Like, we're still building up. So I'm like, I'm just grateful that they wanted to come on for the ride in general, you know, like, because not everybody, like, people will support you, but not everybody wants to go on that ride with you. And the thing is, and it's fucked up because this is kind of part of the Instagram culture age and the social media age. Nobody's gonna support you and ride with you until it's cool to do it.
Right, exactly.
And that's so, and it's
exactly.
like, damn, bro. Yeah, and it sucks because it's like, damn, bro, like you wanted, it's like, it's not that they wanted to see you fail, they just wanted to know that it was proven first.
Right.
Like, it's a proven product.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate because, you know, a lot of people, not to say that this show or like I'm super successful now, but like, as I'm starting to ascend, a lot of people that I that I would ask in the past are like, yo, how can I come help out with the show? I'm just like, you can't. you can't. I have
Doors
a great
closed, buddy.
Yeah,
sorry, like that train left.
Yeah,
I
have a great
spiteful,
team.
like towards it, like, because how do you, like, I'm so curious to understand how you feel about it, because I feel the same way. It's like, bro, I've sent people like verses and like open songs, and then don't say nothing about it, and then like hit me back up, and then like it's cool, like I'm still down to work, but in a way it's like, well, why now? You know what I'm saying? And not even with that, it's just in general, like I know people have seen me on Instagram before, and then boom, they see you moving, and then now it's like they tap in. It's like all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? And it's like you still have to be very humble, right? Because it's not where you want to be at, but in a way, for me, I get a little not even upset about it. It's just it kind of it makes you feel less valued. Like it makes you feel like you have more value now, but at the time it's like you didn't value.
You didn't see
know
the
what I'm
process.
saying?
Yeah. You know,
So
I think for me, it's very fueling.
yeah.
But then I'm a very petty person, so I just be like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
And I mean, bro, I
think I'm the same way.
For me,
yeah.
I'm very like upfront in general, you know, like I'm gonna tell it how it is, and for the most part, I'm just be like, nah, bro, like this ain't for you, like you had your chance, you know,
How do
like
they
and
react when
respectful.
you tell them that?
Well, I mean, they kind of attested to me being an asshole because I have that that cachet, that reputation for being like a dick. But then I think like at the end of the day though, like yeah, I know I could be
you were low-key like a dickish, huh? But like
Yeah,
in a good
yeah,
way,
see?
in a good way though. But like
But then the thing is, I'm not being a dick to be a dick. Like if people stop and listen to what I'm saying when I'm a dick, it's just the truth.
Yeah, right.
It's just the hard truth that I
Yeah.
put out there, you know? Like, I'm not being an asshole. I'm just telling you the truth in a non-sugar-coated way. Like,
Exactly.
I'm serving it up on a platter. Like, I'm not going to give it to you, like, I'm not going to pour some fucking sprinkles on it and tell you it's not
that's
a
easy
plate
for
of
you
shit.
to do, correct? Or do you feel like is that easy for you to do?
That was very easy
Yeah.
for me to do. It's very easy for me.
See,
But that's like a
'cause
little.
I respect the fuck out of that because I'm different. Like you know what I'm saying. It's hard for me to be a dick, but I'm just so that's just how I am. So I respect the fuck out of that. Like I wish I was like that more. I think the older I'm getting, the more like dickish I'm becoming, and like it's fine. Like it's totally fine. It's like when women get called bitches for like telling somebody no or like
Yeah,
you know what
see
I'm
that?
saying?
No,
When
that's
she's a bitch,
see
like,
that's
no,
fucked up,
she's
bro.
just,
Like she
fucking
just
communicating.
Yeah, that's fucked up. But see, the thing is, you have to be a little strategical. Like I'm not just gonna be a dick everywhere. But then if you got to be a dick within reason. You know,
Right.
I'll make jokes and I'll be like I'll heckle you, but like. Say we're having a serious conversation and you ask me something that I don't like, or say going back on like if you want to help, I'm just be like, no, bro, like this isn't your wave. Like you didn't want to help me before, like you can't help me now because I have a great team already. There's no place here for you.
Yeah.
And maybe it's my delivery, maybe it's just like my reputation, but I'm for sure gonna keep it straightforward like all the time, you know. And but like with like new people, that's where I'll probably get in trouble the most because they don't know that like, oh, I'm just fucking around, like being a dick sometimes. But like it's also like that weird balance. It's also that double-edged sword like I was talking about earlier where sometimes even I don't know if I'm really being a dick or not.
Yeah.
So it's weird. It's weird, but it is what it is, man. That's why I got into comedy so I could keep talking this shit, bro.
Dude, what happened with that guy trying to fight you? So you called him a Uyghur.
So I called him a Uyghur.
Yeah.
Everybody look that up. There's some shit happening in China right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just had to calm him.
Was it like me? Was it like right there, like while you were on stage, or you said it like off the stage?
No, I said it on stage, and then like he came to see me after.
Oh shit!
And then I was.
Did you run the fade?
No, I didn't run the fade. I just had to tell him. I was like, bro, if you don't know what a Uyghur is, it was like it's a dude and it's people. Oh well, he did know what it was, and he got super insulted. What I did tell him was, like, if you're gonna get insulted, you can't come to comedy shows.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta lighten the fuck up, bro. Like, you're here in America.
Yeah.
And I mean that's not verbatim, but that's like kind of the gist of what I told him. Like,
Right.
bro, you can't come to comedy shows if you're gonna get offended like this. Like, this ain't your spot. And he kind of realized, oh yeah, it was kind of stupid. But I would have pieced him up, bro.
Yeah.
I would have pieced that motherfucker up. He was like 5'10". I would have gave him a fucking roundhouse that he would have never forgot, bro. I swear to God.
That
But
motherfucker.
yeah, no, on straight up, like, cause I sized him up because you could kind of see like people getting upset, and you see like, I think that's one of the things that like great comics do. Not that I'm great, like you could see who you're like kind of fucking with, you know. You could see the temperament of people.
Yeah,
And I could see this guy because he was pretty close, and I could see that he was getting upset. And I was like, okay, I might have to deal some repercussions later, but it ended well. But I'm prepared. I also have a switchblade, so
do you?
in case shit goes down, in case shit really goes sideways,
Yeah.
I can always pull that out.
Yeah.
But
I used to listen to this dude named Merce, and
Murs.
Yeah, Murs was tight, man. He's one of like my biggest inspirations.
Dude, do you watch Hip Hop XD?
No, I don't.
He got a show on YouTube. It's pretty dope. Yeah. He just talks hip hop.
Oh yeah, I gotta check that out.
Yeah.
I like strayed away from like that whole like underground shit. Like I used to listen to like he was in a group called Fell with Atmosphere and like just hella Immortal Technique. And I think as I like got older and shit got more real in my life, it was like, man, I just want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? So like that's kind of where like the direction that I want to like move in. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. So, damn, we've been at this for a minute. I forgot they were. We have we're about to do no stupid questions, everybody. Hey, I appreciate everyone who sent in their questions. We can't answer them every week, but we will try to answer at least one or two this week. What do we have this week?
Do you want football or do you want prison?
To play?
Football or prison for your questions. It's
got you. Football or
to
prison?
pick between football or
prison.
Prison? All right. The question is, you have 24 hours to live and you're in prison. Are you fucking or are you getting fucked?
Oh.
Okay.
You have to pick one?
Yep.
You gotta pick.
I'll let you start.
Does it make me gay if I say I'm getting fucked on my last day on Earth? No. But I
don't know.
But I don't know. It's your last day on Earth. You kind of gotta see, right? Nah, but
I'm gonna bust my nut.
I'm gonna get my nut. I'm gonna get my nut off, bro. I'm clapping bussy, bro. Like it.
Well, I think that's. I mean, if you're worried about like being gay, like I think it's less gay to fuck than to get fucked. No.
Yeah, I think inherently. But if it's your last day and you're in prison, I would go out and look for like I would beg, I would sell all my ramen noodle packets, all my Spam cans, like for a pocket pussy, like just for an hour with it, right?
One of those in prison?
What can you not get in prison, bro?
I mean, that's
Come on,
true.
You know, like bro, they make pruno in prison.
What?
Pruno.
What's that?
Bro, they're doing the crate challenge right now.
They're doing crate.
Oh, that was real.
That was
real.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So pruno is
prison's lit.
Prison's lit. I gotta show. Man, we might need to talk about that next time.
I know.
But
Pruno part 2. I'm so down.
Pruno, hell yeah. Pruno is a prison wine. So what they do is, prisoners get fruit, right? And they hide it, and they age it up a little bit, and they get warm water, and they put the fruit into the water and let it age. So that's kind of like wine, right? So when it gets old, the sugars disperse, and when those sugars go through it, and they start to age more, it starts to develop like a sour taste, just like wine. So I mean, and it gets you drunk. Pruno.
Sounds fire.
Yeah,
try that on this next.
It's some shit, bro.
Coming to the store near you.
Smack or whack, bro. I have this 20-year-old Pruno on me. Like, what's up? Who
From
ready?
Pelican Bay, like.
We found this at We found this on Alcatraz like 2 weeks ago, bro. Al Capone's. It said his name on it.
It's like super exclusive.
All right, bro. So,
what would I?
Are you fucking or getting fucked?
I mean, I'm for sure fucking, bro. Like, no way I'm gonna get fucked. Wait, is it my last? Is just my last day in prison, or like?
It's your last day in life.
In life, and I'm in prison.
If it's your last day in prison, I'm staying in.
Bro, I'm busting my nut. I'm busting 2 nuts. Fucking. Nah, but I mean, like, I would imagine like getting fucked is like it's not like why would it be pleasurable for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I've never had my booty hole play with. By the way, as freaky as all my women have been, like that's never happened.
Bro, I
for my little freak.
I don't play that shit, bro. I don't play with that booty.
You had
a
girl shit, like one time try it.
I had a girl one time. She was doing a thing and she wrapped around and I was like, yo, what are you doing? She had this is my thing, true to size, and but she went like this and I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? And then
what's her Instagram?
But nah, man, like I don't play that booty hole shit, man.
Yeah.
We gotta be cool. Like I know he's talking about like masculinity, that's a different type of vulnerability right there. Like you own me at that point.
Yeah, I would have to like if I was down to do it, because I haven't thought about it. I would really have to like trust a girl. Like I'm not just letting some freak of the week like do that. It's kind of, you know, if you treat something like, you know, sacred, like, you know, like that's never happened to me. You know what I'm saying? If you're down to do that, then like I would want to do it with somebody special, not some bitch.
Not some random.
Yeah.
I feel that. I definitely.
Damn, so be slurping souls, bro. You gotta be careful, man. Like for real.
Oh man. On that note, hey, let them. That's a great way to end it. Let them know where they can find you at. What do you got going on right now?
Yeah.
What's up with you?
Yeah, man. So right now I'm just working on a bunch of singles. We have an album that's almost done. We're just trying to mix it up. I won't give the name yet because I'd like to keep that shit a secret. But yeah, man, we're just working on a bunch of singles. I got a lot of shit like tucked away. So I told you I'm like super busy right now with everything. So it's cool that I have like shit just ready to go. I think that's another thing, just real quick, as an artist, like you gotta stay prepared, or like with whatever you're doing, you know what I mean? Just stay on top of it.
Yeah.
So we're on it with that, and I think that the route that I figured out works for me is like the visual route. I think that, you know what I'm saying? Like I think I'm visually appealing, and I think that the more videos I drop, the bigger my audience has gotten. And since we're in a world of Instagram, when you're constantly showing people like, hey, it's not just a song, it's not just a cover art, it's me moving, giving you a visual, it creates more for me. I was gonna stray away from that too. Like I was talking to this guy, he was like giving me like a rollout plan, like he was kind of mentoring me in a way. And he told me, he was like, don't drop an album, he was like, don't drop music videos, like focus on marketing, you gotta get on these playlists. And respectfully, I didn't go that route because it's like, nah, bro, like, you know, you have to find out what works for you, and that might work for other people. And who knows, maybe it would work for me. But the truth is, like, I'm still a very young artist and that's barely getting like all this momentum. And it's like, I'm trying to keep it. So how I'm finding that it's been working for me is the route that I'm going. So
yeah,
I was hesitant on dropping the album, but honestly, bro, it's like, fuck it. Like, so what if the plays trickle down? Because that's usually what happens, right? Like you drop an album, the first song gets played the most, and then like slowly it trickles down, you know, because people don't have the attention span. That's what people worry about. But honestly, bro, it's like this. It's like, am I worried about creating? No. Like that, I'm going to do that regardless. So what does it matter if this is out? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, just a bunch of videos. We're about to go finish that tie-dye video shoot today. Song produced by Baghead. That's going to be the next single. Yeah, just doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to drop an EP by December. I'm trying to do one every year. Just keep it rolling, yeah. Just keep shaking hands, bro, and fucking
big things coming, bro. Big things coming. You working, bro, and I think that's like the biggest compliment to like your fans and the people who support you is that you're actually working, you're doing it, moving. Like what Billy was saying earlier, a lot of people before we started recording, Billy said a lot of people talk about doing it and that dopamine releases of the idea. But then nothing ever comes into fruition. Just the fact that you're actually moving and doing it, like, got big ups to you, man.
Thank you, bro.
Hell yeah.
I have a bar about that. I'm gonna spit it real quick. It's like this. And bitch, I told you not to do it. You always talk about it, but I wonder when you do it. 2 different whips and my bitch goes stupid. Do the rap and the snack, first one to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. Like, I fucked up the order of that, but like, you know what I'm saying?
That went, bro. That
it's
went.
Just like, you know, just doing it. We talked about. So thank you. I appreciate you saying that. It feels so dope to have people say it. You know what I'm saying? And like respect it and love is like, you know, everybody wants that, but when it's like people tell me that a lot and it's like, fuck yeah, like that shit really keeps me going. So thank you to not be, you know, big enough to like say like, or like prideful enough to not tell me, you know what I'm saying? So thank you.
Hell yeah, bro.
Man.
Anything
Gran-O.
else?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Spotify. You'll probably write the Instagram, but my stage name is Gran-O. Yeah, man, we just make fun music with good bars in them. Yeah, thank you for like rocking for real.
Hell yeah. Announcement. So there's not gonna be an episode next week. Guys, I'm gonna go to Cabo this week. I may not come back into the country. Who fucking knows? Maybe you'll find me in a box somewhere in Cabo when you go visit there. But you know we're gonna,
Turn your location on just in case.
Nah, bro. Fuck that. We're living in a box out there. But yeah, there may or may not be an episode next week. We still gotta see. But if not, then catch up with all our other episodes. Yeah, that's it, man. All right, everyone. That's it for this week's episode of the Off the Stoop podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell if you're watching on YouTube. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts if you can. Follow me on Instagram at Off the Stoop podcast. Follow me On my personal, at Wally Hippolito. What else? Fuck you to that venue in Pittsburgh because y'all try to extract more money out of us for no reason. But it was a big blessing in disguise at the end of the day because I got something much bigger rolling out soon that I'm going to talk about. And until next week, guys, or the week after, I'm Wally Hippolito with Devin and Gran-O. Peace.